Aaron Taylor did something shocking to his 58-year-old wife Sam right on the Saint Laurent catwalk. Paris, Thursday, Haute Couture Fashion Week, Saint Laurent. The atmosphere at TH's year's show was especially hot. Flashbulbs flashed across the runway, prestigious guests, stars, fashion editors, fashionistas from all over, gathered in large numbers. Both images and sounds blended together between metal, electronic music and interwoven light to create an avant-garde light dance. Aaron Taylor Johnson, 34 years old, a prominent face of Hollywood, the role of guest of honor and model was unexpectedly chosen to open the show. Sam, a 58-year-old woman, his real-life wife, a fashion icon, long admired by every fashion house, was also present in the front row. They still kept the image of a close couple, hand in hand, intimate smiles, love that seemed to last forever. Before the lights. 1. Morning conversation. On the morning of the show closed the rehearsal floor. Aaron's heart pounded as he read that some gossip sites had written that he, the famous boyfriend, CK's motivation, feels suffocated because he's quietly living in the shadow of his older wife. Sam was concentrating on reviewing Aaron's outfit combinations, gently tucking his hair behind his ear, when Aaron slowly said, "I feel like I'm living behind a glass wall, Sam. Every move, every step is labeled shop couple apostrophe rather than sincere lovers." I want to fly onto the stage as myself, with nothing but my work, my talent, and my own personality. Sam was silent. A smile flashed. In the black silk and metallic patines of Aaron's Saint Laurent outfit, Sam saw fear of isolation, fear of the future, in her husband's eyes. Heartfelt moment. In the afternoon, when Aaron practiced his last catwalk before the evening show, Sam quietly observed, her role as not simply that of the wife. She waited, amid the strong lights and the rising music, the two would step onto the stage together as a new symbol, breaking all age limits in the fashion world. But Aaron, in his heart, a strong decision arose. He had to assert himself. I am not just Sam's husband, she is a wonderfully talented person, but I am Aaron. And tonight, right where the audience was blinded by the stage, he would say something that would make everyone understand that. The night show, emotional climax. 1. Light and music. The stage lights suddenly turned on, the music rang out, a fiery melody, a harsh electronic breath, making everyone silent waiting for Aaron's appearance. His demeanor was cold, standing out in a sharp-cut black suit, white shirt, and patent leather shoes like a warrior's gear. As Aaron stepped onto the catwalk, his eyes lit up, a catwalk that was both confident and concealed something difficult to explain. About 2/3 of the way down, he stopped. Right in front of Sam's seat, where she was smiling proudly. The natural light turned darker, creating a moment of silence before Aaron dropped to 1 kN. The music suddenly drops and the light focuses on him. Aaron's voice is strong but full of emotion. Sam. We are husband and wife. We have been through every month, every trip, every show, every moment when everyone turned around. But today, on the stage of Saint Laurent, where the light honors the individual, you must know, I cannot continue to live in the shadow of our image. I cannot continue to let the shock couple decide the nature of my career. I want to move on my own, with Aaron's feet. For a few seconds, the entire audience was stunned. The audience, reporters, cameras from all directions were drawn to that moment. I will be alone. But I choose the truth, that we are breaking up right now. Because I need to start over. Be myself. Not be a member of a curious couple. 2. Sam's reaction. Sam was confused. Glacier's eyes were watery. From the front row, as he stood up awkwardly. The whole show changed emotions, from admiration to chaos. Sam rushed to the stage. The spotlights were shining on her. The music stopped. At this moment, the whole fashion week stopped following her movements. Sam was still wearing the gorgeous, reflective metallic dress. She approached Aaron, gently placing her hand on his shoulder, but he stepped back. Sam's voice trembled. Aaron, we're right in the middle of the show. Can you wait a minute? We can talk later. You know I composed everything for this show. Just for you to in. But Aaron lowered his head and walked away. No one believed what he had just said, but he continued to walk the catwalk, closing the performance. Then, a voice came through the microphone next to the stage. Saint Laurent would like to thank Aaron Taylor Johnson for opening. Tonight, we continue. Sam stood in the center, tears streaming down. The audience was silent. There had never been a show as tragic as this for behind the scenes backstage. 1. Aaron in backstage. After the performance ended, Aaron was almost shaking, sweat on his forehead. He was still wearing the suit, not taking it off, with the stage curtain reflecting the blue and red light. A stylist approached, wiping his sweat. No one dared to ask, everyone was nervous. Aaron looked at the slightly broken mirror. His eyes were deep. I did the right thing. Even though my heart ached like it was being torn apart. But I have to live without the burden of another name, the lover of a wonderful woman, but I cannot live in the identity of a shocking couple forever. Point 2. Sam sitting alone. Sam sat on the makeup chair, gorgeous, but her heart was broken. She closed her eyes for a few minutes, trying to calm down. The moonlight of a Paris night shone through the window softly. A drop of mascara ran across her cheek. Looking in the mirror, Sam didn't blame him, but she was in pain, because of the broken hope. Or the truth suddenly struck like a whip. She thought to herself, maybe Aaron needs to find himself. So why don't I try to keep us one more time, for love, for memories. I used to feel like I was young again when I was with you. Can I continue, eh? But Sam understood. She gave him space to find himself again. Even though her heart was bleeding. Public reaction. 1. Shocking media. As soon as the event became a story, Wire, Instagram, TikTok flashed the story. Aaron broke up with Sam right on the catwalk. Fashion outlets, TMZ Paris, Vogue trembled to report. Some channels were cautious. Aaron chose personal freedom. Others, Sam, the icon, was left behind after the Saint Laurent show. The whole paparazzi hunted for his moment. Aaron didn't say anything more. Sam posted a photo of the show the day before, with a short caption, "Thank you Paris, thank you Saint Laurent, thank you Aaron, for every step we took together." Point 2. The Fashion Village's reaction. Saint Laurent declined to comment further. Philippe, creative director, said softly, "The show said everything." But all the critics praised, Drogo art, life turned into reality on the runway. Vi. After the story, new paintings. 1. Aaron Taylor Johnson. A few weeks later, Aaron attended the Milan Fashion Week show, alone. Some vintage, liberal fashions, expressing his own identity, he had found again. The reporter asked. Aaron, have you started your life over? Aaron, promise not ching but the truth. About my career, about myself. It's a new beginning. Point 2. Sam continues to maintain his image as a fashion icon. She stood on the Elle podium. Always cheerful, strong, but there was still a hint of sadness in her eyes. She said: "Life is a flow. A moment of parting on the catwalk cannot define the future." I choose to love Sydney, my new partner. I choose to live. I choose to break stereotypes.